Do you know how strong you have to be to basically fight the entire cast, borderline easily win, and then have the writer draft a movie cast member to make a cameo just to come fight you? Yeah, this man is built different. I may have to fight him next. Hey, yo, Adam, help! Sukuna really giving Kusakabe that Nick Young look when he saw his sword. So you brought a sword to a gunfight. You know my slashes fly, right? So you just plan on dying right here. Alright, let me know when you ready. I'll lay you out right next to Gojo. Kusakabe really got that Kashimo treatment. Then again, Kashimo, you overspoke and you heavily underdelivered. Fight me. Sukuna is so strong, Sukuna can even use his technique without actually moving. What are you, a psychic? Fake ass Professor X? Gege's supposed to be wrapping up the manga this year, and with the way Sukuna refusing to die, he trying to give Jujutsu Kaisen that One Piece longevity. Kusakabe really got that Roanoa swordplay. He got that dog in it. Yo, so whenever I look at my YouTube analytics, a lot of people who actually watch my channel are actually from my YouTube recommendations. Y'all not even subscribed. So, if you're new to the channel and you like this kind of content, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button too. Thanks. Considering Kusakabe actually had a 1v1 with Sukuna, he didn't actually do too bad. He actually did pretty good. Now, he might be lazy, but he ain't no scrub. He ain't even got a curse technique, and Kashimo, you got a few, but yet he still did better than you. Okay, I lied. Kashimo doesn't actually have a few techniques. Few and you actually rhyme, so there's that. Right now, Kusakabe is basically the master of the simple domain, to the point where his simple domain increases his curse output while it decreases the power of Sukuna's abilities within that space. Once you get into Kusakabe's simple domain, he has those ultra instinct reflexes to the point where the moment you step into that joint, it is game, set, and match. I'll give you the perfect analogy for Kusakabe's reflexes. Anybody watching this video, I'ma assume that you are One Piece fan too. Y'all remember during the time skip when Rayleigh held back the Marines in order for Luffy to escape Sabaody? Rayleigh drew a fine line with his sword, which is the perfect example of Kusakabe right now. Rayleigh had basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, Marines, y'all can mess around over there, throw a couple grenades, y'all can throw the whole goddamn ship, but the moment y'all cross that line, I will not be held responsible for anybody that comes up missing. Gojo, Nanami, and Mei come to the conclusion that the reason why they think Kusakabe is the strongest and why they would actually pick him is the fact that he's a genuinely nice guy. Like, you can tell that despite his lazy persona, he's a real stand-up guy who would actually go far from most people. Sukuna is the classic example of I'ma f around and find out just because I can. Before they proceed to box, Sukuna looks at Kusakabe and he throws some flying slashes, to which Kusakabe actually deflects, and you can tell Sukuna looking at him like, oh, okay, so you might be the main character now. Kusakabe can only anticipate Sukuna's slashes based on the movement of Sukuna's curse energy, but of course Sukuna can actually shoot off slashes without moving a muscle. I'm not even surprised at this point, because with the way Sukuna moved in this entire story, he looked like he about to overthrow Yuji as the main character. Yuji, we need that return. Whatever full transformation you trying to go through, or whatever deep version of your soul you trying to reach, I'ma need you to let go. Dragon Ball Z, the Cell games. Gohan, go talk to this man. I'ma need him to let go. Sukuna about to be the only villain in anime history who is about to finish his own anime taking the actual W. Nanami and Mei are still above him in regards to raw power. It's like bowling. I mean, you could be a real strong bowler, but if you aiming for the gutter all the time, I mean, well, ain't no point in all that strength there, is it? Kusakabe's analytical ability, his power of reasoning, his strength, his technique versatility all contribute to the reasons of why they think he's the strongest grade 1 sorcerer. Basically, he's the guy you want to bring to a bar fight. And his simple domain is actually crazy because beginners usually have to set a binding vow once they use their simple domain. So for example, Mira, her feet have to be firmly placed on the ground in order for her simple domain to be activated. He doesn't actually need a binding vow. He can just casually do it. Even crazier, he can actually extend the range of his simple domain. So you don't even have to come to the party. He gonna bring bring the party to you. And Sukuna got the first invite because he gets rained on by a multitude of slashes. As of right now, there's no one to date who can actually dodge those slashes. Well, there is one who doesn't actually need to, if you know what I mean. The sword breaks and Kusakabe ain't even sweating this joint because he looks at Sukuna and he's like, yo, I got hands. What's up with it? Fist to cuffs, my boy. He lands a falcon punch and then a falcon kick. You can tell he really putting his back into them blows because Sukuna gets hit to the other side of town. Kinda. Like, I exaggerated a little bit. Like, basically, he probably hit a building or two, but he did crash into something. Kusakabe not even letting this man clock out on break because he closes the gap and gets into close combat. The entire cast have put their lives on the line to the point where I don't think he'll genuinely feel like a real man if he didn't also do the same thing. He's a stand-up guy, so I don't think he's gonna walk away from a situation knowing that everybody threw down and he didn't do a single thing. Kusakabe repairs the blade using Moonlight Veil and clearly has no idea what happened in Avengers Endgame because he never went for the head. Sukuna lays him to waste and we don't even know if he's dead or alive. He got 2 slashes on his chest. He might be severely injured. We have no idea. I like how Sukuna's just taking people out, and the worst part about it, we're not even seeing them actually being taken out. Them being taken out is actually being off screen. Sukuna at this point, this whole time has just been busted because he really out here fighting with heart complications as he's just laid waste to his latest tutor. Mei-Mei's kid brother really acting hella comfy with the way he can just walk in and out the fight, to the point where Sukuna looking at him like, you're not about to sit here and walk on this battlefield like you can't catch no smoke. The kid reminds me of the guy in the projects who want to talk gangster, dress gangster, act gangster, but then the moment you pull up on him and ask him if he's actually gangster, he's like, I ain't gangster, but I'm trying to watch though. Miguel saves him, and I like how the chapter talks about Miguel, about how he went toe-to-toe with Gojo. I was born that night, not last night. Y'all saw that fight, right? The fight in Jujutsu Kaisen 0? Yeah, that fight. Cool, so we talking about the same thing. That beatdown was so beat down that I'm pretty sure Gojo's assault on that man was borderline racially motivated. Gojo used Win Chun to pimp slap another brown ass man. I know him and Gojo got history, and I'm pretty sure Miguel was the one who trained the Kotsu. And from what I heard, Gojo actually recruited him, so I can see where he's coming into the picture. But at this point, who is actually left that can stand up to Sukuna? Sukuna, you know Gege trying to wrap up this manga this year, right? So one way or another, you gotta go. You gotta go. But yeah, this is getting crazy at each chapter. As usual, anybody who steps to Sukuna, I'm usually under the impression they're at least gonna be in the fight for a couple chapters. On average, most fighters who have fought Sukuna, with the exception of Gojo, have gotten at least like a chapter or 2. So I mean, Gojo's still the strongest. There's still ways before they're reaching Gojo's level, but Yuji, I know you healing. I'm gonna need you to let go. You need to come back because right now, I don't know how long Miguel gonna hold out. I'm giving him at least a chapter. So you got like a whole week in real people time to get something together. Y'all gonna have to, I don't know, you're gonna have to take down this voice actor, the animators. At this point, you just gonna have to go up close and personal. You gonna have to hit him below the belt. You have to do something. But yeah, let me know your thoughts below. This chapter is actually crazy. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace.